want to be a little transparent. At least if you're seeing this, I want to be a little transparent. You know, it's painful going through purpose. Birthing your purpose it's painful. You know, there's a difference between being successful and being in purpose. When you are successful, you won't nearly meet experience as much adversity as you will when you are in purpose, when you are going after your purpose, when you are giving birth to your purpose. Um, the warfare is real. The warfare is real, and you're gonna feel like you're gonna die sometimes. You really gonna feel like that, you know, in a lot of ways. Like, and some of y'all that don't like me, you like that. Like y'all like that. You want that, you know, and it's all good. Like, you know, you can't kill me, but you know what I'm saying. You know, you and your little monitoring spirits or whatever that is, like, whatever, man. At the end of the day, uh, I just wanted to document this and share this, that the journey, the path to purpose, although far more rewarding on the other side, definitely has its costs, you know? And the thing that's in my mind is when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane and drops of blood were dripping from his brow, from his sweat brow, from his brow. The level of anguish and pain he was in, the level of uh, crushing he experienced. That's real. That's real. It's unavoidable. And there's no amount of encouragement. Sometimes you just need solutions. You need things to happen. He said, "Can y'all not just pray to the closest people to him?" And they couldn't, you know? They couldn't because you know there's times when there's places you get to in your purpose where you're isolated. Nobody understands. Nobody can reach into that place. And yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. It's tough. It's tough. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about a lot of the things I'm doing anymore. I've learned my lesson. uh, I'm such an aggressive person. I'm like, you won't fight me though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't fight me, I'll hurt you. You know, but that's not the fight that the way that God is calling me to fight. Not at this time. And uh, I've never been afraid of people. I never gave. I've been through a lot. I didn't give people too much credit, too much power. So what that did was actually create a little bit of ignorance and naivety in me, as though the devil can't be using those people without them knowing. And so, you know, let me just tell y'all, man, monitoring spirits is real. If somebody has an evil eye towards you, they got evil thoughts in their heart. They don't want the best for you. That is ground that the devil can use to sabotage you without them having to take any actions. All they have to do is have a thought in their heart towards you. All they have to do is have an evil eye and be jealous. All they have to do is, you know, there's activities that create a partnership with the devil. whether it's spying on somebody, lurking, watching, whatever that is, never ever around to help, never ever wanting to be like this, like keep going, whatever that is, you can't fake that. You can't fake authenticity. Like you can fake kindness, but you can't fake like the real spirit that's driving you. And that holds weight. That holds weight. So some of y'all don't have this problem. As for me, I ain't scared of none of y'all. And that's my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's my problems. I ain't scared of none of y'all. I'm just being real. I gotta be real. Gotta be real. I'm a different breed. I come from a different place. You know what I'm saying? I'm like y'all fake warriors. I'm a real one. Like, and so now I gotta take the level of warfare to a different level, and I gotta stop sharing it so much. But I'm gonna share things, but it's gonna be way more tactical. Way more tactical. Let me say, like, a part of the reason I was sharing stuff before is because when you've come from such a long distance away, there's two things you want to do. Two things that are very, very important. The first one is, I wanted to be an inspiration to the people who had seen my journey. Oh man, look how far he's gone. He's gone, and it wasn't that wasn't the result for most people. I wasn't inspiring most people. Most people were just competing and feeling bad about what I'm sharing, or feeling evil in thoughts, having evil thoughts in their heart towards things that I'm sharing, which is ground for the devil. And the other thing that I wanted to do by sharing was encourage myself. People want to humble you sometimes, right? They like, oh, you're not humble enough. Humble yourself. Why are you talking about your accomplishments? Why are you talking about this? Well, nigga, if you knew how far I've come. Like, if you knew the way I need to encourage myself and remind myself of the things that I've done, you wouldn't blame me for it. Because, when you have such a big contrast, I have a huge contrast. Okay? I have to stack up evidence that, like, hey, like, I'm really, like, this type of person that I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have to constantly remind myself, because when you've been in the different worlds and you really was in that world and you was really, really, really like, it's different coming out of it. It's not the same as like being around it, but not in it. Totally different things. Anyways, I hope this little bit of transparency holds some significance. If not, it don't matter, man. I don't know. I guess I'm doing this for me. But nah, more than doing it for me, I do. At some point, I'm hopeful it'll help somebody. So don't have to be now. It'll probably be later on when my life is at a much different place. So I want to highlight, when you really birthing your purpose, when you really know who you are, when you hear God, when you following his journey, the path, when you've come a long way, everything's going to be trying to come against it. The devil's going to be trying to come against the identity he gave you, the purpose, the reason he created you for. That's really what the devil is after. He don't want you to fulfill that. You can be successful. You can go get your millions of dollars and still be out of your purpose and miserable. There's a lot of miserable millionaires out here. Did you know that? The writing's on the wall, baby. You can see the destruction that comes to those millionaire households all the time. I'm not making this up. This is real life. You think that that's the answer to all your problems? No. But back to what I'm saying. Let me say this, man. Let me tell y'all this. There's a big difference between being successful and being in purpose. You see, you can be successful and still be a failure. You might ask, how does that work? You can be successful at hurting somebody, and you are a failure if you do that. You hit your target, you're successful at it, you went after, you pursued hurting someone. Giving you an example, you can be successful at things that while still being a failure. But back to the regular program, what I wanted to say is that a lot of people will root for us to fail. A lot of people genuinely do have an evil eye against us. And it's not right. And I've been delusional in the past because I'm not afraid of people. If you really know me, if you ever like be around me, I ain't afraid of you, boy, girl, whatever. I ain't afraid of none of y'all. Because in person it's different. But that's my delusion, is that I'm not afraid of you. So often that puts me in a position of, the devil actually using that negativity you got in your heart towards me. That's on the low, because you're too scared to show it in person. That evil stuff that you got in your heart, that evil that you got in your mind, that's position for the devil to stand on. And I need you to realize that that's the same, like for y'all. Like if you got people around you, they thinking evil in their heart and in their mind towards you, that's position for the devil to stand on. There's something called monitoring spirits. And those monitoring spirits inhabit the space, okay, the atmosphere, or, the body of an individual who is in a secret agreement with that. They could be spying on you, lurking. They could be having secret thoughts, secret places, bad thoughts. That's access point for the devil to listen to you and your plans or what's hurting you and take it and amplify. Or take it and go and take some action. Oh, you're going to do this? Let me sabotage that. Because the devil has control over a lot of people. A lot of people are open to being used by the devil, whether they know it or not. And people who are trying to make decisions about you, Pharaoh, the heart of Pharaoh, the heart of the king is in the hand of God, right? But until God moves on that, God will use what the devil means for harm for your good, but some adversity, there's a point in time where we have to wise up and we got to make different choices, because we should be wise as serpents, gentle as doves, right? Like that's the scripture. Warfare, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, spiritual wickedness, and rulers in heavenly places and high places. Spiritual wickedness, okay? It's spiritual. It's spiritual. And I just wanted to share that with y'all today. The journey to purpose is painful. And be wise.